This is the OCR Paper 2 Foundation Practice Paper. A few questions I've just identified that cross over with the other papers I'm looking at, like Edexcel. Now, there's some instruction for you to read through, right, just to get you in the idea of what you need for your exam. So question 1 says, write these numbers in order of size, smallest to largest. So if we should draw just a basic number line, so I'm going to draw a number line. Okay, that's 0 goes in the center. To my right is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and then that goes 11, 12. Then to your left you got -1, -2, -3, -4, -5, -6, -7, -8, -9, right, -10, -11, and so forth. So if you look at this number line here, you can see by looking at the number line, to your left, the smallest number, right, to your right, arm of 0, the larger. As I go to your right, the number becomes bigger. So first of all, we look at the largest minus here. So the largest minus we can look at here is -11, followed by the next minus after that is -7, -2, then number 12. Okay, now we are asked to write these statements to be true. So we need to say if it's greater than, if it's less than, or if it's equal to. So reading from the point to the opening of the sign, so the pointed bit, right, the first one here is less than, greater than, and then you got the equal there. Now, to make this much easier for myself, I need to make sure it's in the same unit. So for example, if it's fractions, right, it's all in fractions. If it's in decimal, it's all in decimal. So the best way to look at this is, right, is to say 0.47 can be written as 47 over 100. 3/5 can equivalent, what do I need to times that by 5 by to get 120. Then I need to times the same thing at times to the bottom, at times to the top. So 20 times 5 is 100. 3 times 20 is 60. So now you can see, right, that 3/5 is greater than 0.47. The next one here, again, we can write 0.38 as 38 over 100. And then I can say, right, what can I do to let it equal or let it simplify? So we can see here, we can half the powers of halving. So I can half 38, I can get 19. Half 100, I can get 50. So therefore, 0.38 is equal to 19 over 50. I'm looking at 316 1/4, right? We need to make it equivalent. So the way I'm going to look at this, and the beauty about this, I'm showing you different ways of actually converting this. So I'm going to times 4 by 4. That gives me 16. So both my denominator are the same. The same thing I do to the top. the same thing I do to the bottom. So 4 times 1 is 4. So this known as equivalent, you can see here, a quarter is equivalent to 4 over 16. So you can see that 3/16 is less than a quarter. And these are 4 marks in the question, 4-mark question. Next, straight away you can see we are dealing with bid mass. Okay, so bracket, powers, indices, right, division, multiplication, addition, subtraction. Okay, so you look carefully and see what you have to deal with first. So in this case we got 6 times 3, that's 18, plus 4 minus 5. 5 from 18 is 13, so 4 plus 13 equals to 17. So your answer is 17. Next question here. You got the brackets, so identify these are brackets here. So you got 2 plus 3 equals to 5. 5 into 36. When you cube a number, 2 cube equals to 2 times 2 times 2, which is 8. So 1 plus 8 equals to 9. Again, round 162.645 to 1 decimal place. So you got 3 decimal places. So you go between the first and the second decimal place here. You can see here, right, 6 is the first decimal place. Second one is 4. So it's below 5. So it's 162.6 to 1 decimal place. Round to two significant figure. So in this case, there's 6 significant figures. So I just write this number. So it's 162.645. So we need to round it to 2 significant figures. So we'll go between the 6 and the 2 here. So you can see here, I need 2 figures in my answer. It's 160. Estimate the value. Remember here, they're looking for you to estimate using your estimation. So if I should write 4 times 20 divided by 10. So 4.34 goes to 4, 19.2 goes to 20, 11.3 goes to 10. So 4 times 20 is 80 divided by 10 equals 8. Millie has 12 meters. So identify all the key information in this case. So 12 meter, that's the length of the material. It says here she used 4 lengths, right? So 12, key thing, 12 meter. She used 4 lots of 2.3. I'm taking out all the maths. And then it says here, a cushion need a length of 0.48 of the material. So it says show that she can make no more than 5 right, crochet. So again, you could take all the information. So you got 5 again times 0.48. So what can do here is to work out 4 times 2.3. So 4 times 3 is 12. So that's 2, carry 1. So that's 9.2. So what I can do now is to take away 9.2. If I take away 9.2 from 12, okay, so 12.0, 9.2. If I take away, so you got 2 from 0, you can't, so you need to borrow. So 2 from 10 is 8. You said 9 from 1, you can't, so you borrow. 9 from 11 is 2.8. Now, what we need to do is to see that, right, they tell us, show that she can make no more than 5. So what I'm going to do here is to multiply 5, because they give us that, 5 times 0.48. So I'm going to simply carry out this multiplication. So again, show your procedure. Ignore decimal point for now. 5 times 8 is 40. So 0, carry 4. 5 times 4. 5 times 4 is 20 plus, so that's 24. Okay, and then you simply need to add your 2 decimal place, so that equals to 2.4. So basically 2.4, and if I take away 2.8 minus 2.4, I left with 0.4. So 0.4, and I need, they said that is to show. So this basically shows that you only got 0.4 left, so therefore you cannot get another 0.48. Next question, 926 take 382. So you do 2 from 6 is 4. 8 from 2 you can't, so you borrow. 8 from 12 is 4. 3 from 8 is 5. So the answer is 544. Just to utilize the space here. $517 multiplied by 16. See, go through the process, very straightforward. You do 10 times 500, that's 5,000. 10 times 10, that's 100. 10 times 7 is 70. 50. 6 times 500 is 3,000. 6 times 10 is 60. 6 times 7 is 42. Then we add together, that's 8,000. 160. 112, and then we add together. So your answer is, if I add 8,272. Okay, this is going back to basic, collecting like terms. Okay, the word, it says write down an expression. So expression, you just write down basically expression for the perimeter of this pentagon, 5-sided shape. So collecting like terms. So we got, give your answer in its simplest form. So we got x plus 3x plus x plus 2x plus 2x. So collect like terms. So we got 1x, 4x, 5x, 7x, 9x. Okay, here we got collect like terms. Here we got 4x plus 2x, so that's 6x. We got plus 3y minus 8y is minus 5y. We got minus 2 minus 6 is minus 8. So they're testing adding, right? That's a very good question there. Now it says here, shape A is a rectangle of length x and a width of 2 centimeters. The shape below contains 2 rectangles that are identical to shape A. Right, it says work out an expression for the perimeter of this shape. Give your answer in the simplest form. So basically we can actually write out all the information. It says we need to work out, it says the shape below contains 2 rectangles that is identical. So using that information, so we know that's x. Looking at that shape, that's x. We also know, okay, because I've actually stretched the shape out, it does not look identical. We also know that this is 2. Right, this does not look very accurate. This is 2 here. That's going to be 2. That's going to be x. Okay, and this bit here will be x minus 2. Okay, sorry for the shape, because this shape I've actually stretched it out so it could look. So let's just collect all the terms now. So we got here collect all the x's. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4 x's. So we got 4x. And we got 2, 4, 6. Take away 2. So it is 4x plus 4. Okay. This shape does not, but it says identical. It's because I've actually stretched the shape out. So this shape does not look similar to this one. But all the information is there. Because that bit should have matched with that bit there. Okay. So next question here. This is a 3-mark question, which I'm quite surprised about. Okay, so we got 3, 7 plus 4, 5. So the golden rule here, when adding or taking away a fraction, the golden rule, the denominator must be the same. So in this case here, what's the lowest common denominator of 7 and 5? Both are prime numbers, so we can definitely see that it's going to be 35. So first set of numbers are multiplied by 5. 5 times 3 is 15. 5 times 7 is 35. 7 times 5 is 35. 7 times 4 is 28. Never add the bottom number, so I can actually write that's 35. And now we're going to add the numerator. So the numerator, 8 plus 5, that's 13. Carry 1. You got 1, 2, so that's 43. So how many times can 35 goes into 43 is 1. How many left over? 8 and 35. Okay. B says this is a circle with the radius 3. Work out the area and leave your answer, the area of the circle, and leave your answer in terms of pi. So the area is equal to pi r square. So the radius is already there. So A equals to pi times 3 square. 3 square equals to 9. So it's 9 pi. So your answer is 9 pi square. So that is a few questions from OCR. Hopefully you enjoy the questions, and please can you comment, like and share. It's absolutely important that you comment on these videos.